What I often like to describe is that there are actually 3 secrets that help to make our meditation powerful and effective. And the first 2 secrets come from a researcher, also a brain researcher called Rick Hanson. And he says that one of the reasons meditation doesn't produce the inner change we've been hoping for even after many years is because we skip 2 steps. So the first step is that we need to take a moment at the end of the meditation to feel and savor the effect. You might remember that when I guided the first contemplation on self-compassion, I had you take a moment to notice how was that for you, right? And again at the end of the meditation, connection and love. So take a moment to really observe and feel that little sense of happiness, of the benefit of the meditation, what it's produced for you. It doesn't always produce a benefit, but if it's there, to notice and savor it. The second point he said is then we need to install the benefit. So what does that mean, install? Well, our endless loop of destructive thinking is like a hidden malware program. It's invisible, yet it's constantly creating havoc in our operating system. So Hanson says that whenever we do a meditation, it's a little bit like downloading an anti-malware program. However, it's not activated yet. The destructive virus is going to still be running until we click install. Most of you have a computer, you know that experience from now, right? So how do we install? At the end of each meditation, we take a moment to stay in that sense of ease that it brought and imagine infusing this. I almost think of it like an inner shower. We let the benefit of the meditation infuse into our nerves, our brain, our body, our heart, and bones, and all the billions of cells in our body. This is actually how we create new neural pathways. And this is also how we create a long-term memory that we can come back to. It's like a building block of resilience. We can come back to it whenever we need. Now, I have to acknowledge that the first few times we do a new meditation, instead of noticing any benefit, sometimes we get completely distracted, or we feel resistant, or we even fall asleep. Maybe we found it challenging. And that's very normal when we're learning a new technique, particularly a technique to help us remove the barriers to love. So if that's happening to you, please go easy on yourself. That's why I always say, trust you're going at your own pace. But don't give up. In fact, I want to just add a little new point here that I didn't say at the start of the connection and love meditation we did. Sometimes, you're invited at the start of the meditation to go back to a memory when someone showed you kindness or love. And sometimes it happens, maybe it happened to one of you tonight, that people can't find any memory of someone being kind to them or showing them love. And that's also very normal. And I was at a retreat once where I'd guided this meditation and I was taking feedback, and one person was acknowledging that they couldn't find this memory of love. And another man stood up. He was so sweet. He said, that happened to me. He said, when I first learned this meditation, I had no memory of kindness or love. And then the meditation instructor told me, just keep doing the meditation. Just keep doing the meditation. Maybe something will come to you. It's not necessary to first have that memory in order to do the meditation. He said, so I kept trying it. I trusted them. And he said, I'm flooded with memories of kindness and love. They'd always been there. I just, it's like he had these walls around his heart where he wasn't able to connect with them. So he said, don't give up. It's worth it to keep practicing until you have these memories again. So I digressed a little bit. I'm coming back now. I was talking about the 3 secrets that help make our meditation powerful and effective. And here's the third one. I call, and this is not from Rick Hansen, this is from me, I call it making it real. Now, we used to hear the word integration, but I want you to think of this as making it real, because the point of learning and training in any type of meditation we want to do isn't just to feel a little bit of peace and ease or warmth in our heart and then shake it off and go back to our old way of being. But that's what we usually do. The point is to make it real. So what do I mean by that? Imagine that your job transferred you suddenly to Japan. Nobody there speaks German, right? So there you are, studying at home, listening to recordings, learning the language, practicing at home. But then you actually have to use it when you go to the shops to get food, and that's what I call making it real. Studying or doing the meditation isn't enough to change your life. You have to bring it into your life in order for it to create the change that you're looking for. I often tell people, think of this like personal research. Ask yourself, can I keep some thread of the meditation going after I get up from it in my next activity so that it can change the way I feel and the way I perceive and act in the world, the way I communicate? And I tell people, really notice, not only make that resolve to keep the thread of the meditation alive in your activity throughout the day, but particularly notice what's different as a result. What's different in the way I feel about myself, in the way I relate to that critical voice that's always busy putting me down. What's different in the way I perceive others, or in the way I choose words and how I communicate in relationships? What's different in the way I cope with a new stress or difficulty in my life? While I'm making it real, making the meditation real in my activity.